Hello, and welcome to the Polite Discourse Hour. I'm Scott Piebenga. Thank you for joining me again for even-handed broadcasting that is suitable for polite company, such as mothers or 3 to 5 Eagle Scouts. Tonight we will be addressing one of the pressing issues of the day, filing your taxes. As the deadline was recently extended. Well, I do not believe anyone celebrates needing to pay taxes. It is a necessary function of society. Imagine the animals in the zoo going ungroomed, or meat inspectors needing to pay for their own uniforms, or library books needing to apply their own dust jackets. It would be a complete and total breakdown of order. But the process can leave one concerned that they may make an unthinkable error. Let me walk you through the basic steps when filing your taxes. The two most important tools for this process are the correct forms and a ballpoint pen. I'll address the sourcing of the pen first. In my experience, the best location to come by a ballpoint pen is the front desk of a hotel. There is a tacit agreement between a hotelier and their guests. They provide pens, mints, and coat hangers, no questions asked. But we must never abuse this privilege. One needs only to take a few steps into a hotel before a pen makes itself available on a counter, coffee table, or inside its own eponymous cup. But be careful. A danger often lurks in these businesses. Ghost tours. If there is such a tour going on in the hotel, do not fall under the spell of group dynamics. You will think you are waiting in line for a pen, and then a cruel trick. You have joined a ghost tour. And if you are like me and harbor a curiosity for the historical, you may be even more vulnerable to this danger. You will think this is an educational historical info session, but then the guide will recount unsettling details of the death of a typewriter polisher, whose soul has not passed beyond the veil, but lingers in a misty liminal space. This terrifies me. Depending on the time of year, you may be more at risk for falling prey to one of Duncan's haunted history tours, a popular operation, which, according to their website, has over 6,000 tours going on at any given time throughout the autumn. Fortunately, tax season does not overlap with Halloween. I have consulted a certified public accountant, and ghosts do not pay taxes. Except for Bob Hope, whose tax debt was deemed too onerous to be expunged upon death. If you find yourself trapped in a ghost tour, and you will, immediately excuse yourself. It is not rude. Once you hear their tales, they cannot be unheard. Here are some polite excuses to leave if you suspect you are on a ghost tour. My mail has arrived. Or, I must depart. These are not the pants I intended to wear today, and this is no season for corduroy. Or, I have to go. I miss the company of my wife. Any of these would suffice. Once you have your pen, you are in luck. Because your tax forms can easily be acquired from a well-funded public library. Since we live in an age of identity theft, I mail each page of my records to a different trusted friend. The librarian, my barber, Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer, and my wife. Each one has a different page of my documents. They have no knowledge of each other, and you will not tell them. With all of these items gathered together, one can begin their own tax preparation. Try not to get overexcited by the satisfaction of administrative work. Before filling out any tax forms, be sure to confirm that you yourself are not a ghost. After all, what was the common denominator of all those involuntary ghost tours? You may look in the mirror and say, it was you. You're the typewriter polisher. That's why you're always polishing the typewriter. But this fear can be refuted by simply stepping outside the boundary of your own property or riding a bus. Neither of these activities could be performed by a spirit according to natural law. Finally, gather all of your completed forms and documents and mail them to the esteemed professionals at the Internal Revenue Service. Then, you can deposit the sealed envelope into a mailbox. Any mailbox will do, but there are so many beautiful, diverse mailboxes across this country to choose from. The American mailbox is as colorful and varied as this nation's birds. And just as the Western grebe will perform acts of courtship in preparation for mating, the mailbox will raise its flag to signal to the postal carrier that it is plump with mail and ready to be serviced. The letters inside will be scattered throughout the land, making the mailbox fruitful. You can take comfort in knowing a person would have to be ludicrously small to die inside a mailbox and leave their immortal soul behind. Mailboxes cannot be haunted. Or you could use TurboTax. It is a computer program. Have a wonderful evening, and thank you for tuning in to the Polite Discourse Hour with Scott Piebenga.